Page 13, Mexican hat dance. Let's just look everything over to make sure we got it all, even though you know you already got it because look at the numbers. 4/4 at the beginning, so that tells you about the counting. You already know about the treble clef and the bass clef. What else do we have at the beginning? We have that little curly brace. I haven't explained that. That curly brace in front of the staves that links them both together, that's what actually identifies this whole setup as a grand staff. And keyboard instruments use this. There might be a few other instruments, but mainly keyboard instruments use this. And that's about all you can say, because actually you can have 3 staves in it. Most of the time it's just 2. We got enough to deal with 2. Then in addition to this one, they're introducing a new symbol. Look there, and they pointed out it's that squiggly thing. And there's a lot of squiggly things in music. Some people say it kind of looks like a bird diving down. It really helps to have an imagination if you're going to be involved in music. It makes some of the pain go away. Anyway, the quarter rest is the same as a quarter note as far as counting goes, except you just got to be quiet for one count. Remember I said it for every note there's a corresponding rest. Well, that's what a quarter rest. Now, old public, 100 years ago or so, they used a different symbol as a quarter rest. I'll get to that later. But now this symbol is pretty much only used as a quarter rest. I mean, it's the only symbol you're going to see on currently printed music. Unless it's a copy of some old printed music, then they just reprinted it. They do that sometimes. This first couple of measures here, the left hand's going to play them, and the first note there, the half note, that's a G. The top space in that bass clef, it's a G, this G. So your thumb's on there, that puts the other fingers here. It's still C position. So you're going to go in the first measure, 1, 2, 3, rest. And you're getting off on beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you lift up on 4, because beat 3 lasts until beat 4 starts. This confuses some people, and I'll explain it in more detail a little later. But when I say 4, that's when this note comes up. So you get quarter rests in here too, as in addition to the whole rests. There's a repeat sign at the end of the sentence, so we're going to play it twice. Now they've added words. In the middle, you see 2 sets of words. Well, you get 2 sets of words because it's repeated, so then you can have a different set of words each time. That's if you want to sing it. Now, depending on where your voice range is, you may or may not be singing these actual pitches, these notes. You might have to sing it up here. It doesn't matter. Sing it wherever your voice range is if you're going to sing it. You don't have to sing those exact notes. I ain't into singing. I ain't going to go there. There's a history behind it. Just if you want to sing, you go right ahead. I ain't singing it. I'm just playing the notes and counting and that kind of. So let's go ahead and try this out together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. Now this is assuming you've already played it, you've worked it out, you've got a pretty good idea of what you think it should be, and now you're just going to check it with me in the play with me part of it. This is why I put the play with me starting time in the description of each video. So if you've been through the discussion part, the things to remember, the first part, 1 or 2 or 3, however many times you got to watch it to get it to soak in. And now you practiced it, and now you want to try it, you can go to the video and go right to that time in the video. Just drag the slider across wherever that starting time is to the play with me section, and you can just do that part. Now there is one danger I want to point out, because I've been there, done that. In this piece, they're giving you the finger numbers for most of the notes. I really wish they wouldn't do that. A lot of the method books do. Because when I was young, starting out, a little kid playing, I didn't know the names of the notes. I didn't want to take the time to learn them. I just wanted to play. What I found was I could read those finger numbers and play the piece just fine. I didn't need the names of the notes. fact, you can leave the notes out of it. Just give me finger numbers, and I can read the finger numbers. I've got these 1, 3. Yeah, I can do that. 1, 3 again, because the same ones, and then 4, 3, 2. Okay, and I was reading finger numbers. That was a mistake. Please don't do that. You might think, well, it's helping you out now. It is important when you play these things to also, in addition to counting, well, sometimes when you play it, instead of counting, say the names of the notes. So you know what the notes are. That G, E, D, E, F, D. You know, you can forget the rhythm if you have to when you're doing it, but make sure you can do that with the names of the notes. Don't rely on finger numbers, because when we start spreading out and the hands start moving about, you're going to be lost. You really will. And that's what happened to me. The hands started moving out a little bit, and I was using the finger number it said, but the finger had changed to a different key, and I didn't know. I really didn't care, but my teacher cared, so then I had to go learn the notes. So be careful on those. When I do the Play With Me sections, I count us in. And the number of counts I give to count us in is based on the time signature. Normally, I'll give us one full measure. Not always, but normally. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, but it's based on it. In 4/4 time, I'll give us 4 counts, because that's 4 beats in a measure. I'll give us a full measure. And that's why I'm giving the number of counts that I give in counting us in. No rule says I have to do it that way. It's just the way I've done it always, the way my teachers did it. It's just habit. So let's try this out slowly. Your hands are still in C position. Enjoy it while it lasts, because you ain't going to stay there all that long. I'm going to give us 4 counts. So go ahead and put your hands in C position here. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, off.